Hello students, today's our topic is globalization. Okay, this is from part 1, right? Let us see what is globalization. Globalization is a new concept. Globalization is a new concept. Let us see what is globalization in this session and how the globalization started, what are the merits and demerits of the globalization in this session. Right. In 9th class, we have done that foreign direct investment, okay, retail management, something we have done that also related to globalization. Right. What is globalization? What is globalization? What is the meaning of the globalization? The meaning of the globalization is the process. Globalization is the process. Globalization is the process. It is the process of rapid integration and interaction of the countries. The process of rapid integration and interaction. Right. Globalization is the process of rapid integration and interaction of the countries. Yeah, what kind of the interaction will be there? What kind of the interaction will be there between the countries? Sir, you are saying that interaction and integration and interaction. Okay. So this is, we will learn in this session what kind of the interactions and integrations will be there. First, okay. See, interaction, there will be a economic interaction. There will be economic interaction. There may be social interaction. There may be cultural integration or interaction. Next up. Fourth one, technological interaction. Fifth one is political interaction. See, I repeat. What is globalization? Globalization is a procedure. It is a procedure of rapid integration and interaction between the countries. Rapid, very fast. So very fast, what will be happen between the countries? Economic dimensions, social dimensions, cultural dimensions, technological dimensions, political dimensions. See, how economical dimensions? Economical dimensions means the economical changes. Economical activity between the one country and another country. That means import and exports. Imports and exports can be done between the countries. It is called as economics. Economic, we will share our views. Okay, they will share their products, goods and services. This comes under economics. Sometimes we invest money in their country. Sometimes they invest their money in our country. So this is economic interaction. Social interaction, yoga. Example, you can take yoga. Yoga is worldwide, most of the people they are practicing yoga. So because they interacted, this was the social interaction between the countries through yoga. Okay, social interaction. This is one kind of example. Yoga is one kind of example in the social interaction or integration. Socially, all the people are connecting together, isn't it? Next, cultural integration. Few of the Americans or other country people, they are wearing like Indian clothes, okay, Indian style, and we are the Indians. We are adopting the Western style. That means a complete change has been seen. We can see the complete change. Western clothes, Indian clothes, completely mixed now. We are using American style. Even the haircut also American style, European style, Chinese style. Even those people were all over the world. They are practicing Indian culture and tradition because we are coming together in the cultural. Technological, Google or Microsoft, other countries where they are producing their technological equipment, the technology that they are sharing among the countries. Many of the countries were sharing. For example, Google Map, we are using. Due to this technology, we are coming together. Okay. Next. Political interaction. It's a very, very important political interaction. So due to this globalization, the politically also certain changes also takes place. How? Example, Arab Spring. Yeah, Arab Spring. That we already learned in 9th class related to Arab Spring, democratic revolutions in Libya against Gaddafi, isn't it? So Arab Spring, why this Arab Spring was started? Because the West Asian people or North African people were inspired by the political ideology of the other countries. They inspired like equality, liberty, fraternity, democratic rights. Then these political ideas were all over the world inspired the youth of the people, those who are in the Arab areas. So this Arab Spring was started in Tunisia. Another important reason for this Arab Spring is TV and media, newspapers, social media played very crucial role. Those people were started movement against of their dictators. No, they shared their views in social medias, TV, televisions. Most probably, these Arab countries or North African countries were inspired by the ideas, political ideas, by the international news channels like BBC. Okay, all other news channels were inspired. Whenever they have seen certain organizations, certain movements in all over the world, they also wanted to adopt the same thing. So that's what there was a political change started in Tunisia after Egypt after Libya after again certain countries. This has started. So this also globalization also has political dimensions. It has lot of dimensions. First one is economic dimensions, social dimensions, cultural dimensions, technological dimensions, political dimensions. I already explained to you and related to Arab Spring. Moreover, we have to think that where this globalization was started. Globalization was started in mid 20th century. Before that, there was no globalization. You see, English East India Company. When English East India Company also came to India. Okay, between that time there was an interaction is there. Whenever English East India Company came to India, at that time interaction was there. Okay, but the interaction was there. The interaction was very minimal. But now the interaction was completely spread across the world. At that time, we had a very limited interaction between the countries. We and England. Okay, most probably, but very less to the rest of the countries. Okay, so the major changes. English East India Company, whenever Britishers are ruling, that time also we have globalization, but that we cannot call globalization. That only exports imports between the two countries. Okay, but nowadays completely we are spread our globalization. Our markets were many of the countries. We are exporting many goods to many of the countries, and we are also importing many goods from different countries. So the major changes took place in the 20th century. Yeah, in the globalization, major changes took place in the 20th century. That you understand. Okay. Next, dimensions: economical, cultural, political, social dimensions. We already discussed that. So due to this globalization, what will be happen? Due to this globalization, there are three flows will be there. Three flows will be interchanged. First flow is flow of trade. Yeah, flow of trade between the countries. I repeat, flow of trade in goods and services between the trade. Flow of trade in goods and services. Yeah. Flow of trade in goods and services between the countries. Flow of trade. Second one, flow of capital. Between the nations. Third one, flow of labor between the countries. For example, flow of trade. The business between the two countries, it will be grown, it will be developed. Flow of capital. For example, one company, IKEA. It is a Swedish company. It is a Sweden company. We invited that company. It is the only first branch in India. It was set up in Madhapur, near Gachibowli. It was set up IKEA. So whenever this IKEA came, so there was a trade between India and Sweden, okay, or Hyderabad or Telangana or IKEA. There was a flow of capital. When they came to India, when this IKEA they came to India, they invested their money in Hyderabad. Investment, capital means investment. This IKEA they invested their money in India. Yeah. Flow of labor. Sometimes they need a laborers. They need certain managers. Okay. Some of the members also they come from Sweden company to organize like managers. Okay. Like any other people also come. Sometimes our labor also will go any other companies. For example, any other company you set up in different countries. Our labor also may go. Example, in our previous lesson we have discussed that skilled and unskilled labor. If we are skilled, we can go to work in other companies. So that's what you know. There was a three flows will be there in the globalization: flow of trade, flow of capital, flow of labor between the countries. It will be happens. Next, yeah, globalization. Globalization. You have to understand that globalization not merely markets. Globalization means not merely market. Globalization is not merely markets. Globalization means not everything is markets. You please understand. Globalization is market. Globalization means trade. Globalization of flow of capital. Globalization is flow of labor. No, it also sharing the views. It also we can, for example, political dimensions. In political dimension, we have seen that they have shared their views in social medias or TV, the TV channels or this. So globalization is not merely market. In fact, sharing. Share it and they express whatever they express. That also it can becomes under globalization. It also being shared, okay, or expression. They also can express this their view. Next, in the globalization, so production was in the before. Production was limited in the between the countries. In 20th century, in early 20th century, production was limited. Production was limited. In the 20th century, production was limited. Limited means within the boundaries. Within the political boundary of the country, only the production was limited. But later, this was go beyond to the boundaries. It was go beyond to the boundary. It was gone beyond to the boundary. So this is also called globalization. Once upon a time, within the boundaries we did the trade, but now you know our dimension changed. Now internationally we are exporting our country. Okay, so that the production not within the country, it created that borderless world. Globalization created borderless world. I repeat, globalization created borderless world because we do not have any border. For example, you wanted to purchase Colgate, for example, Colgate toothpaste, that also available in India. Same the product you want, that also available in America. Same that you wanted to purchase, that is same available in even Africa also. You wanted to purchase a Samsung mobile, that is available in India, that is also available in America, that is also available in China, that is also available in Singapore. Okay, because borderless. Once upon a time the product was made in Japan. Product we have seen that wow, it is made in Japan product. Very rare products were there. But now everywhere anything we can get. Okay, next step. Let us see in related to India. During British period, as we discussed that India exported raw materials, imported raw materials, isn't it? But certain companies were very few companies. They have very limited resources and they did trade with the limited countries. But now this dimension has been changed. Many companies were set up. Many companies were came. And different companies were set up in different countries. Example, BMW. BMW, American-based company, recently launched one more 8 Series car in India. Volkswagen company, it was started by Hitler during Hitler's period. Now it is Volkswagen car manufacturing company also there in India. Isuzu company also there in India. Okay, Suzuki company also there in India. Honda company also there in India. KMT company also, Australian bike, that also company also having in India. So why it will happen? That is the key role of MNCs. Let us see what is MNCs. MNC means a multinational company. multinational company. Very, very important. Multinational company. So what is actually multinational company? Multinational company is that owns and controls production more than one country. Okay? A MNC is a company that owns and controls the production more than one country. Okay, RH. A MNC is owns and controls the production it is in more than one nation. So those companies are different. Those companies are having companies are located in different parts of the world. These companies are calling as MNCs. MNCs is, they are in more than in one nation. One company is there, Samsung. It is also there in America, Africa, Europe, India, Sri Lanka, everywhere this company is there. So that is MNC company. Deloitte, Google company also there. Google branch also there. Amazon also Google branch. Amazon branch also there. Google branch also there. Microsoft branch also there. So these also we are having the branches. So that we can say that a MNC company that owns and controls the production in more than one nation. So that is we called as MNC. Where these MNCs will be set up? Most probably these MNCs will be set up the offices. They set up offices and factories all over the world. Yeah, these MNCs set up offices, factories all over the world to control, to own or to organize. Yeah. What are the favorable conditions to set up MNCs? Why we can set up MNCs? Very simple. Wherever they get cheap labor, I repeat, wherever they get cheap labor and other resources, then they can set up. For example, I wanted to set up a factory, so I have to take rent one building. The building rent is less, then I can go for that. If the building rent is huge, I cannot afford this. Okay. So the MNCs, where the possibility is cheap labor. Why cheap labor? Because they earn huge profits. They can earn huge profits. So that we can say that MNC can get huge profits. Example, a small company, if we started in Hyderabad, Gachibowli, Madhapur, we cannot pay rent, isn't it? If a small company, slowly we got profits, then we can take any building, hire any building, and we can shift our office to the Gachibowli, Madhapur or somewhere else very good, very rich area is there. So that you understand that MNCs can be set up wherever cheap labor and other resources are available. Cheap labor and other resources. Wherever cheap labor and other resources, where they will get, there they can easily they can set up. Next step. Yeah. Let us see what does the MNCs will do actually. What does the MNCs will do? Example. They are given in textbook also the same example. One cell phone is there. XYZ cell phone is there. This XYZ cell phone, it was designed. Okay, it was designed in US. The model was designed in US. So that US based company, they said that we want this kind of the model. Okay. They gave the manufacturing different products, different parts. The manufacturing they gave to the China. They shown the model to the China, and China have to produce the spare parts. The spare parts which required for the design. The design. Next, so these spare parts will be assembled in Mexico. Assembled. Okay, assembled. Assembled means fixed. According to the model, these spare parts were used, and finally these spare parts will be fixed in Mexico. Whenever it will be Mexico to all other countries, all other countries exports, all other countries they will export, For XYZ company, what is this company? I said XYZ company. This XYZ cell phone company, the customer care office will be in India. Okay, customer care office it is in India. Sir, why customer care office it is in India? Why not in US? Why not is in China? Why not is in Mexico? Why not in other country? Why it is in only India? Because in India there is English educated. India has educated English speaking youth. Okay, India has educated English speaking youth. They can give their services with less cost. For example, the service center we kept in US youth will ask more salary. China, Mexico, wherever they ask more salary, or even they are not good at English. So that they kept their services, customer care services in India, because in India, unemployment youth, lot of youth were waiting for the employment opportunities, so that less salary can be given to them upon for the customer care services. So that these kind of play also, MNC also can play important role for the designing. They design the product, they give order to the other country for the spare parts, then that will be assembled, fixed in one place, that will be shuffled, fixed to sold into the world market. But the customer care office was set up in India because of India has educated English speaking youth, and they were set up these customer care units. Even Volkswagen customer care unit in India. Volkswagen. Other countries also there, but majority India. Next, what kind of sites they will choose actually? MNCs. Yeah, MNCs. What kind of site they choose? MNCs. What kind of site? Example, I wanted to set up industry. I want to set up an industry. IKEA. We took example IKEA. Why IKEA choose Hyderabad, not Andhra Pradesh? Why not other places? Because first one, proximity of market. Very, very important. Proximity of markets. Proximity of market. They need markets. Yeah. For example, they set up in villages, no market for them. Okay, proximity of markets. First one. So MNCs they choose sites based on this. Okay. First one is proximity of markets. Second one, availability of skilled and unskilled laborers. Skilled and unskilled laborers. Yeah. Availability of skilled and unskilled laborers. For example, you set up a factory. There is no skilled laborers. The factory need to be shut up. The factory need to be shut down, because if there is no skilled labor, how you can run the factory? So the MNCs also looks for skilled labor, unskilled labor. Skilled labor need to be coming to cheap rate, and also unskilled labor also they have to work for the less salaries. Third one, government policies. Government policies. Yeah, government policies is also very important. Okay. That protects them. The government policies can protect their interests. Yeah, government policies. These government policies protects their interests. IKEA. Example you can take again IKEA company. Yeah, KTR when he went to Sweden, he was discussing with the IKEA company that to set up your branch in our Hyderabad. So they responded positively, and they asked that yes, we will set up this company in your Hyderabad. So what are the benefit to us? So government told that we will give tax free. You need not to pay any tax to us in initial years. 3 or 4 years, the tax will be exempted to you. That's a very good thing. They don't need to pay any tax. It's a very good thing. And we will allot one land also to you. Oh, land also allotted. That's good. We will provide each and everything, whatever the facility you want. Then what the benefit we will get? What the Telangana government will get benefit from the IKEA? Because when they come to India, they set up 2-3 years, the tax was exempted. So the tax they need not to pay to the government. But from the 4th year onwards, they have to pay taxes. From 4th year onwards, they have to pay taxes. Moreover, employment opportunities. employment. Some of the section of the people they'll get employment opportunities. So dual benefits. Certain benefits also there for the IKEA. Certain benefits also there for the Telangana government. So due to that, government policies also influence because that policies will be protect to their interest. That policies will be protect to their interest. Okay. So this is the these are the three important components where the MNCs can be choose their site. Okay. Next. MNC, multinational company. MNC. Let us see how the MNCs can become sometimes. See MNCs sometimes they buy land. They buy land sometimes. MNCs also they buy land or assets. Any other assets? Yeah, they buy land or they buy assets such as assets means including land. Assets means including land, including building. Okay, they purchase, and also missionaries also they purchase missions. Missionaries also purchase and they set up in one factory. Example, yeah. Usually, we wanted to set up one factory in Sri Lanka. This is Sri Lanka. We wanted to set up one factory in Sri Lanka. Okay, so that we have to purchase land. We have to look one building. We have to construct one building, and we have to arrange the missions in the Sri Lanka. Then it is possible. Sometimes they cannot purchase. They can hire. They can take rent buildings or land. They can take from any other aspects or from any other persons. So sometimes whenever MNCs are purchasing, MNCs are buying. We are going to Sri Lanka for buying of land, building, and machines and other assets, other equipment. So this is called as foreign investment. This is called as foreign investment. So we are the foreigners in Sri Lanka. For example, from Dubai, persons are coming to Hyderabad. They are purchasing land. They are purchasing machines, buildings such as assets and equipment. They set up their business. So this is called a foreign investment. Foreign investment. Yeah, what is foreign investment? MNCs buy assets such as land, building, machines, and other equipment is called as foreign investment. Foreigners. For some of the foreign companies come to India, they invest in India. Okay, we will see which they invested in the examples. Sometimes every time they not invest. Sometimes they can hire also. They can hire their building, hire their land. They will take rent. Okay. Yeah. The first important. Most of the MNCs will do what they will do. First, MNC is setting up partnership with the local companies. First, partnership with local companies. Yeah, most of the MNCs they will do that partnership with the local companies. They provide and they provide technology. They provide technology. Yeah. Sir, how it is possible, sir? Example, Maruti in India. Maruti. Here Maruti is Indian-based company, Maruti. Then after it was in huge loss. And then Japan-based company Suzuki came. Suzuki. Now these both are collaborated. So the partnership with the local company. Suzuki is Japan company. Maruti is an Indian company. These both are jointly collaborated. And the Suzuki company provide technology. What kind of the car we have to produce in India? What kind of the model? What kind of the style? What kind of the features need to be there? So these they provide technology. Now it became Maruti Suzuki, one of the number one car company in India. Maruti Suzuki. So that the MNCs mostly they do that. Yeah, what the MNCs they do? First, most of the MNC they setting up partnership. They setting up partnership with local companies and they provide technology. Whatever they want, they provide and they will get profits. So this is the first type of MNC's role, or these are the first objectives of the MNCs. This kind of MNCs also there. And certain MNCs says, but most common route. Okay, But most common route is most common route of MNCs. Yeah, very very important. Most common route of MNCs, they buy local companies. MNCs, they buy local companies. They buy local companies. For example, one company is there, one ABC company is there. So this ABC company is in loss. So that they will purchase. They will purchase this company. They will take over this company. They will take over this company. Then they slowly they expand. Slowly they expand the business. Example, if we see Parak Food. Parak Food. Yeah, Parak Food. Parak Food, it is in Kashmir. Okay, Parak Food. This Parak Food produces edible oil. This Parak Food produces edible oil. This Parak Food produces edible oil. This Parak Food was purchased by purchased by Cargill Foods. Yeah, Cargill Food. Cargill Food, which is American-based company. Cargill Food, it was purchased Parak Food. Now, Cargill Food is, largest producer of edible oil in India. Largest producer in edible oil in India. So, what we understand, sometimes MNCs also they do partnership. They are setting up the partnership. Sometimes they purchase the small companies. Sometimes they purchase the small companies. So, this is the best option. This is very very important. Frequently, they may ask in examinations. Okay, they may ask examination. Most of the MNCs, they purchase the local companies. Example, Idea, Vodafone. Okay, Idea purchases Vodafone. Okay, these many things are there. Next. One of the third. Sometimes the MNCs do not produce anything. MNCs do not produce any product or whatever they do not produce. Only they give orders. Third one, very important third one. They give orders to the small producers. Yeah. They give orders to the small producers to produce products on their brand. For example, one T-shirt is there, one watch is there. So this watch was produced by small producer. Whenever they give advance, they give money to them. Whenever the product will come, they will tag their brand. Their brand sticker will be there, no? Price tag and sticker, the brand. For example, in our India, most of the footwear or sportswear or any sports shoe or T-shirts, these kind of things are produced by other companies. For example, I am an owner. I have MNC. I gave order to the other person to produce. I purchase it, and on that product, I wrote my name. I printed my company name. Some XYZ company, Big Boss company, some company name I was produced. So that became mine. So they place orders for small producers. They place small orders to the producers. They pay them. Whenever they gave the product, they name on the product their own company. Example, garment companies, footwear companies, sports companies. These are chappal companies. These are example. Because due to this, MNCs have tremendous power to determine the price. They have lot of power. They have lot of power to determine the price, determine the quality, determine the delivery, determine the service. Example, Adidas company is there. That Adidas company, they may not produce. They will give other companies, other small producers to make shoes. They will provide technology. Whenever the shoes come to them, they just add the sticker of the Adidas sticker. That's it. That became Adidas. Example, Hero Honda bike is there. Now Hero bike is there. Does the Hero produces everything? No, Hero company does not produce everything. Hero just produces only the engine. Only the engine was produced by the Hero. Mirror, they give order to the other company. Tires, they give MRA, they give order to the MRA company, or Seat company, or Jagater company. Okay, or brakes, clutch wire, that they may give to any other companies. Oil they may give any other companies. Sponge, seed, they may give other companies. The steel body that will give to the other companies. Then the other companies they give to them, and he fixed it, he assembled, and he sold in his showrooms. So these are also one of the examples. So three, the MNCs can be acquired. MNCs can be do the activities in three ways. First one, they are setting up partnership. Second one, they buy the local companies. Third one, they did not buy, they did not partnership. They give orders to the other persons to make products. Whenever the products was made by them, they all the products, their own brand will be printed by themselves, and they sold in the market. So this is very very important. Then in this chapter, the site selection and the MNC role is these two are very very important. Yeah. Next, let us see foreign trade. Foreign trade create opportunity. Foreign trade create opportunity to the producers to reach beyond to the domestic, isn't it? For example, foreign trade. Yeah, what is the benefit of the foreign trade? Foreign trade creates to the producers. Foreign trade creates an opportunity to the producers to sell their products internationally. Yeah, internationally. Example, Apple mobile phones are there. Apple mobile phones are, they are producing in other countries, and if that were limited only in US, it is very difficult to other countries. Then, whenever this foreign trade came, the company also setting up their businesses, and they are supplying their mobile phones to us. That will be reached to the neighboring countries also. Example, yeah. Apple mobile phone company, it is there in Hyderabad or India. We can supply to the Maldives, Sri Lanka, all other these nations were supplied. So, foreign trade create an opportunity for the producers to reach beyond to their domestic products. At the same time, buyers also having lot of options. For example, you are going to purchase one mobile phone. There was lot of confusion will be there. What kind of mobile I have to purchase? Either I have to purchase Oppo or Realme or Honor or Samsung or Apple, or there are a lot of OnePlus. There are a lot of things we have to compare. Then we can come to conclusion. So that whenever foreign trade, that was an opportunity also given to us to choose. A number of goods are there, we can choose our wish. Before that, 2 or 3 products are there, but now 20 products were there. We can choose anything. For the foreign trade, buyers also having choice of goods. Buyers also having to choose choice of goods. You remember, for foreign trade, it is also one of the opportunity to them to sell beyond to their domestic limits, and for the buyers also, those who are buyers also, it is also great choices we have. Right, next. Ford car company. I think you know that Ford car company, it is given in our textbook. Ford motor car. Ford Motors. Yeah. Ford Motors, it was set up in 2004. It was set up in 2004 in Chennai. Yeah, it was set up in 2004 in Chennai. Ford car, it is US based car. It is American based, US based car company. Okay, they set up their plant in India. Whenever they set up their plant in India, in Chennai, nearby Chennai, they are supplying their cars to Sri Lanka. They are supplying their cars to Myanmar, Singapore, Thailand, Indonesia. These all East Asian countries. So this Ford motor car established with help of collaboration of Mahindra and Mahindra. Mahindra and Ford company. These both are produced Ford cars in India. It was set up in Chennai, Ford car companies. Okay, next time. We will compare one more Chinese products. Chinese plastic toys. You see in the market, you wanted to purchase anything, it is a major role is Chinese toys. If anything we want, it is Chinese toys, Chinese plastic toys. Yeah. Chinese plastic toy flooded the Indian markets. Then whenever they flooded Indian markets, Indian plastic was down. Indian market was completely down due to the Chinese plastic toy. Chinese plastic toy were very cheap in rate and good quality, good design. Good quality, good design and cheap rate. You say compare Chinese crackers. You compare the same Chinese crackers. Chinese crackers are cheap rate and different colors and good quality. But you compare Indian crackers, no quality, no sound and high prices. Then what do you choose? Obviously you have to choose Chinese. Here also same. So there was a competition among the producers also increased. Some of the companies were shut down. Some of the plastic companies were shut down. They do not compete with the Chinese plastic toys because Chinese plastic toys were cheap in rate, quality is good and different colors. And Indian plastic toys were not good in color, not good quality and high cost. So due to that we choose Chinese plastic toys and there was a great demand and the business was grown in India. Now probably most of the Chinese toys, 2/3 of the Chinese toys were sold in India only. Okay? Means our producers were lost. Our producers companies were closed. But one benefit is there. The quality products we got. Quality products we got at the same time with the cheap price also we got. So that is the thing we have to remember. Okay? The Chinese plastic toy, apart from this, we identify that due to the Chinese plastic toys, some of the important factories, producers were lost. But some of the newcomers, new producers, they came to the market. They wanted to give stiff competition to the Chinese plastic toy. They also decreased their prices. They also produces good products, and ultimately customer will get benefits. Certain advantages, disadvantages are there in this globalization due to this foreign trade. That disadvantages were advantages. Just now I told you, customers will get advantages. Employment will be generated. Information technology will be generated. Socially, economically, politically, technologically updated will be there. And the disadvantages will be some of the MNCs will be force the government to implement their own policies. Okay, certain MNCs, whenever the MNC become very big MNC, that may also influence the government to make the policies which is suitable for them. Okay, that government had to be accept sometimes. So that is the disadvantages. Next, technology. Technology has completely changed. Technology has completely changed the globalization. How? You take one, for example, Amazon. Before 4-5 years back, we did not dream about this kind of delivery, one-day delivery. Flipkart, Amazon, these kind of it we didn't see because due to the technology, due to the mobile app, and due to the internet, due to the mobile phones, communication technology, we are using Amazon, Flipkart, all these things. Or else you can see food online apps like Swiggy, Zomato, and Food Panda. These are also delivering food. They are also delivering food because this is also happening due to the technology. Due to the technology, you see Google app, okay, or any other apps, GPS tracker. So these everything was made possible technology, and day by day, technology has improving and globalization also rapidly increasing. So I hope that you understand that due to the technology, the globalization also increasing due to mails, computer, technology, mobile phone, software solutions. These everything was creating good globalization, rapid globalization. Whenever rapid globalization will be happen between the countries, there will be economic, social, political, okay, and technological exchanges will be there, which can be called as, which can be created borderless world. Okay, this is our lesson, children. This is globalization. I repeat once again, globalization is that is a process of rapid interaction and integration between the countries. Next, sites are very important. What is MNC is very important. What are the important MNCs will play for choosing of their sites, and how the MNCs play very crucial role choosing of their companies. Like first one is partnership. Second one is they buy. Third one is they give orders to other. Next one is foreign trade. What is foreign trade? Foreign trade means MNC buys land, assets, equipment, machines in other country in their investment. This is called foreign trade. So children, this is our globalization. Thank you.